कहा बुद्ध प्रभ तुच्छ हमारी, बरन सकै महिमा जो तिहारी। हम न सकत कर सिफत तुम्हारी, आप ले हो तुम कथा सुधारी। मूक उच्चरे शास्त्र खट, पिंग गिरन चढ़ जाए। अंध लखै बदरो सुनै, जो काल कृपा कराए। अंध लखै बदरो सुनै, जो काल कृपा कराए।
ਸਤਨਾਮ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ। ਇਸ ਕਾ ਬਲ ਨਾਹੀ ਇਸ ਹਾਥ, ਕਰਨ ਕਰਾਵਨ ਸਰਬ ਕੋ ਨਾਥ। ਇਸ ਕਾ ਬਲ ਨਾਹੀ ਇਸ ਹਾਥ, ਕਰਨ ਕਰਾਵਨ ਸਰਬ ਕੋ ਨਾਥ। ਆਗਿਆਕਾਰੀ ਬਪੁਰਾ ਜੀਓ, ਜੋ ਤਿਸ ਭਾਵੈ ਸੋਈ ਪੁਨ ਥੀਓ। ਕਬਹੂ ਊਚ ਨੀਚ ਮਹਿ ਬਸੈ, ਕਬਹੂ ਸੋਗ ਹਰਕ ਰੰਗ ਹਸੈ। ਕਬਹੂ ਨਿੰਦ ਚਿੰਦ ਵਿਵਹਾਰ, ਕਬਹੂ ਊਬ ਆਕਾਸ ਪਿਆਲ। ਕਬਹੂ ਬੇਤਾ ਬ੍ਰਹਮ ਵਿਚਾਰ, ਨਾਨਕ ਆਪ ਮਿਲਾਵਨ ਹਾਰ। ਕਬਹੂ ਬੇਤਾ ਬ੍ਰਹਮ ਵਿਚਾਰ, ਨਾਨਕ ਆਪ ਮਿਲਾਵਨ ਹਾਰ। ਇਸ ਕਾ ਬਲ ਨਾਹੀ ਇਸ ਹਾਥ।
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ, ਸਾਜੀ ਨਿਵਾਜੀ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, ਆਪ ਜੀ ਇਕੱਤਰ ਹੋ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਪਾਵਨ ਪਵਿੱਤਰ ਹਜ਼ੂਰੀ ਅੰਦਰ ਗੁਰੂ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਨਾਮ ਰੂਪੀ ਕਥਾ ਨੂੰ ਸਰਵਨ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ। To join the court of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj Ji, to listen to their discourses, their katha, ਜੋ ਗੁਰੂ ਅਰਜਨ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਸੁਖ ਦੇਣ ਵਾਲੀ ਬਾਣੀ, ਜੋ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਸੁਖਮਨੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਕਥਾ ਹੈ। The Bani of Sri Sukhmani Sahib, which is the Bani that gives us peace, which gives us happiness, eternal peace, that Sukh that we're looking for. Just like how Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj Ji tells us, ke sun har katha atari mail, maha paneet pay sukh sail. Vadde paag paiye ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗ, par brahm se lago rang. Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, Tan Tan Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj Ji tells us ke Maharaj Ji di katha sun ke sarvan karke, that all of our pains, all of our paap, all of our sins are taken away. Utari mail, janama janamantara de ਕੀਤੇ ਹੋਏ ਪਾਪ ਸਾਰੇ ਨਿਵਰਤ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹਨ Maharaj Ji ਦੀ ਕਥਾ ਸਰਵਨ ਕਰਕੇ। But listen to the Guru's katha, not just the sins, not the paap that we say in Punjabi, not just the mail, the dirt of this life, but many, many lives is washed away just by listening to what the Guru has to say to us. That is the taqat, that is the power in just listening. Just like in Sri Japji Sahib, Maharaj Ji tells us ke suniye dukh paap ka naas. Just from listening. By listening to the Guru's bachan is such an effect, such a prabhav on that Sikh, on that person. Ke suniye means to listen. Dukh means all of our pains. Paap means sin. Suniye dukh paap ka naas. Naas means to be destroyed. So isi tarah Saad Sangat Ji, we're so blessed. Everybody's so blessed to join the court of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj Ji. Te pichle hafte, last week, we went through the start of the 11th Ashtapadi, 11वीं Ashtapadi. Within this Ashtapadi, where Guru Sahib Ji tells us, Karna Karan Prabh Ek hai, Dusra Nahi Koi. That there's only one doer, Karna Karan. Sare Karja de Karna Wala. The one who is the cause of all causes, the one who does everything. Prabh Ek hai, Dusra Nahi Koi. There's nobody else, there's only one. Ikka. Ikka Oankar. Ek Prabhu Parmeshwar WhyGuru Ji. Dusra nahi koi. There's nobody else, there's only one doer. They are doing everything. Whatever the Guru does is for Om Pala. Satguru Sabarna Pala Manaida. They want everybody's Pala. Ise tarah Guru Maharaj Ji spoke to us in that Bani of last week as well. In the first Char Paudiya, the Maharaj Ji tells about that person who is an Agyani. Agyani means somebody who is ignorant. Mudakta. Stuck in this ignorance, they're a fool. And they don't realize the truth. Anajanata, jo Maharaj Ji keh rahe ne, they tell us last week, Anajanata bhikhya mehrache. Anajanata hai means ajanpure. Through their own ignorance, ajanata pure karke, Guru Sahib says, bhikhya mehrache. Us jeev Vishya Vikar vich rachya rehanda hai. They stay absorbed in Vishya Vikar within different passions of the world. Whether that's Kam means desires. Krodh, anger, lobh, greed, moho, attachment, te ahankar, pride. So अनजानत में भिख्या रचे. फिर Guru Sahib ji bachan kar den ke je janat aapan aap bache. Je janat. If that person realizes that actually paap bura, that paap is actually bad for us, that vishivika lead to dukh, that all these passions that we have, all these desires that we have for worldly items, they give us dukh, then Guru Sahib says aapan aap bache. Bache means to just renounce, tyag karke, to give those things up. So Guru Arjan Dev Ji spoke to us about this last week, this idea of gaining gyan from the Guru. Guru Sahib Ji de kirpa de naal, ਜਦੋਂ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਮਤ ਬਖਸ਼ਦੇ ਹਨ, when they bless us with that ਸੋ ਮਤ, ਸ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਟ ਮਤ, the highest mat, the highest intellect, ਫਿਰ ਜੇ ਜਾਣਤ ਆਪਣਾ ਬਚੇ, then we can save ourselves from this fahid, from this noose of death that's around our neck, that we have left around our neck and that we have not cut. So Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj Ji is going to bless us to continue this Astapadi in the Panjvi Pauri and continue the Vichar. And the topic today is about A for being temporary, that nothing's going to stay forever. The only thing that'll stay forever is God's name, those ones that connect to God's name, and the Guru themselves. Naam Rahyo, Sadhu Rahyo, Rahyo Guru Gobind. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj Ji, our ninth Guru, tells us in Sulok Mala Nava ke Naam Rahyo, the Guru's name, that connection to WhyGuru Ji, Naam Rahyo, Sadhu Rahyo, Sadhu, those who do Bhajan Bandagi, जिन्होंने नाम जपया साध संगत जी, those ones that meditate upon God's name, sadhu, man ne sadh liya, they have actually controlled their mind. Then Rahiyo Guru Gobind, the Guru themselves, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji said this to Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, Guru Gobind Rai Ji nu, ke Rahiyo Guru Gobind, even you will stay. So, इसी तरह साध संगत जी आरंभ करन तो पहला, before we start this Katha Vichar, let's focus our minds on the charan of Tan Tan Sri Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj Ji. So, Sri Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj Ji de Pavitr Charan de Dhyan Tadke Sari Sangat Akho Satnam Sri WhyGuru Sahib Ji.
Iska bal nahi is haath.
So, Sri Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj Ji kathan karde han ke bal da arth hai taakat, strength. Iska bal nahi is haath. They're saying to us that everybody thinks they have strength, everybody thinks they have power, taakat. But Guru Sahib tells us, jis hath jod kar vekhe soe, nanak uttam neech na koe. Ke aakhan jod chuppe nahi jod. Sri Japji Sahib, the morning prayer, we all listen to and read. They say that we have no power to even speak. You know, sometimes when we say something and we regret it, we speak some kathor bachan bol ke fir assi pachtaunde aa after we say the bad words. The Guru says, aakhan jod. We didn't have no power to speak there. That kei wari in a confrontation, we stay quiet, we don't say nothing. We think, why didn't I say something? But the Guru says, chuppe nahi jod. We didn't even have the power to stay quiet. And it continues, jod na jeevan marna jod. There's no power to live, no power to die. But at the end of that pauri, the Guru says, jis hath jod kar vekhe. So that all the jod, all the taakat, all the bal is in WhyGuru Ji's hands. So here the Guru is saying to us, iska bal nahi is a haath. कि मनुख दे हाथ विच कोई बल नहीं है, कोई ताकत नहीं है. In the hands of the manuk, of the person, there is no taakt, there is no power. All the power lies in the hands of the Guru Hanji.
Karan karavan sarb ko nath.
Te karn karavan, sare karja nu karn wala, ja karon wala, or both of them anyway, the one who does everything, the causes of all causes, karn karavan, sarb ko nath. Nath means Swami, Malak. That Sare da Swami hai, Sare da Malak hai, WhyGuru Ji, they are the master of everyone. They are the master of all of us. They are the ones, they are the master of the masterless. Where we say, Anath ko nath. Anath means the one who has no master. Then nath means to have a master. Now those ones who feel like they have no leader, they have no one to look after them or guide them, they say that is the Guru. The Guru has come for everybody, not just the high, but the low. The Guru has praying for everyone. They're the master of everyone, Hanji.
Agyakari Bapura Jiyo.
The Agyakari. Guru Sahib Ji here is talking about things like Maya Bapura Jiyo. Ke Prabhu Parameshwar WhyGuru Ji. Everybody falls under their hukum. Hukum hai andar sab ko, bahar hukum na koe. So vichare jeev. Jira vichara jeev hai, that helpless jeev. That one who has no taakat inside their hands. They say they all walk in Guru Sahib Ji's hukum. Everybody walks in the hukum of WhyGuru Ji. Bahar hukum na koi. Nobody's outside the hukum. Everyone is inside the hukum. Hukum means the order, the will of WhyGuru Ji. Nobody's outside of that circle. We are all within that circle of WhyGuru Ji. Even Maya itself. Even Maya is Agyakari to WhyGuru Ji. And if you read the Shabad of Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, Sant Rehet Suno Mere Pai, Waki Mehma Katha Na Jai. They say that the greatness of the saint, Sant Ki Rehet Suno Mere Pai, जो उन्होंने रहनी बहनी है, the way they sit, the way they walk, the way they talk, waki mehma katha na jai, that we cannot describe their mehma. They all shabad which satsang at the end of it, near the middle end of it, they say to us ke Surbir ke bachna bali. Those saints, they are true warriors. Surbir bachna ke bali, ke ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਬਚਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤਾਕਤ ਹੈ ਸਾਸਨੀ. In their words there is ਤਾਕਤ. If they say something is going to happen, Karma Khand ki Bani Jod. If they say, that's why they don't speak much. When you meet a saint, Brahmgani Mahapurush, they speak few words. Why? Because if they say something, it's going to become true. So they don't speak much. But at the same time, they say, Surbir ke bachane bali. And then they say in the next line, which has got a mind, something like Bapara. They say that ke jo Maya hai, even Maya is a servant to the Sant, to the saint. Even Maya, this illusion, falls in the feet of the saints. That they are servant to that Sant Mahapurush, to that Guru Sikh, that Gurmukhi, whatever name you want to give to them, that they are servant to them. They are servant of WhyGuru and they are servant of the Gurmukhs. Hanji.
Jo tis bhave soi phun thiyo.
Jo tis bhave. Jehra Prabhu Parmeshwar WhyGuru Ji no paunda hai, whoever makes Guru Sahib Ji happy, soi phun thiyo. Fir that thing is going to happen. That will happen. Whoever makes Guru Sahib Ji happy is going to happen. So everything we see around us is all in Guru Sahib Ji's khushi. It's all Maharaji's kid, it's all Maharaji's play. And it's what pleases them. And what pleases WhyGuru Ji is only for our own good. Hanji.
Kabuhu uj neech meh basa.
Kabu the arth hai kade. Sometimes. Here and there. Kabuhu uj neech meh base. So what does this mean? Guru Arjan Dev Ji is saying to us, Kai vari Saad Sangat Ji, when we do Sangat, we could do Sat Sangat, Ja Mari Sangat, Ko Sangat, Padi Sangat. So Kabuhu uj, Kai vari Saad Sangat Ji kade. Kaljug da Jeev, that person in this world, what do? They do Saad Sangata. They do Sresh Janadi Sangata. So Sresh Janadi Sangata karke, they say Ucha. They're doing the greatest Sangat. Ja Kaivari Sasing, sometimes they do Mari Sangata. Neech Mehbase. They go into Mari Sangat. So sometimes in our lives we do good Sangat, sometimes we do bad Sangat. Sangat means your company. Sometimes you hang around with the right people, sometimes you hang around with the wrong people. So kabuhu uch neech meh base. Base means vasana or ja vasda hai. They reside in Mari Sangat, ja in Sat Sangat. Ja dusra arth Saad Sangat Ji, sometimes we come in a uchi ajuna de vich jeev janam paida karda hai. They come into a high janam, ja nivi ajuna de vich. They go into low june. So it's like a cycle. Sometimes in a high form of life, a human life or a low life. Sometimes you do good Sangat, sometimes you do bad Sangat. And we know when we do good Sangat, it has a good effect on us. When we do bad Sangat, it has a negative effect on us. But this is our state. Everything is temporary. For some time, we do good Sangat, we hang on the right people, and before you know, we go back into Madi Sangat, into the wrong Sangat. Hanji.
Kabuhu sog harak rang hasa.
Eh, sadi heart hai, Saad Sangat Ji kade. Hanji, dwara par kabuhu sog. Sog the arth hai gummy. So kabuhu, sog, sometimes sog here means to be in sorrow, dukhi. Why does that happen for? Because of our ego, because of our hankar that we have, our pride. So kabuhu sog, kade jiva, sog vich ronda hai, they become so low that they start to cry. So kabuhu soga harka, harka arth hai Saad Sangat Ji khushi vich, jeev hasta hai. Ananda Sahita Hasada hai. They become so happy in such a happy moment in their life and they start to laugh in happiness as well. Ananda Sahita. Sahita means with a lot of bliss. They're happy. So sometimes you're happy, sometimes we're sad. So again, everything that we're seeing is temporary. It doesn't stay forever. Kabuhu. Sometimes you're happy, sometimes you're sad. Not for days, it could be for minutes. In a day, we can go through so many emotions. We could be happy and sad multiple times in one day. So the Guru is saying this is our state. It's like a cycle that we keep going through, Hanji.
Kabhu nind chind vyavhar.
Phir saad sangat ji kade jeev nindya karda hai. Sometimes you do nindya. Nind chind. Chind da ek arth hai ustati. To do ustati, to praise other people. So kabhu nind chind vapar. Vyavhar. Vyavhar means to do vapar. Vapar means to almost trade. That sometimes you do nindya, sometimes we do ustati. Sometimes we're praising, sometimes we're slandering other people. Guru Arjan Dev Ji. This becomes like our daily routine. Ke jag ke, what do? We start doing ustati of someone or we start doing nindya of someone. That is like a daily routine every single day. Ja dusra arth sa sangat ji kabhu nind chind vyavhar. Nind, nindya karke phir chind, chinta. Then we gain chinta inside us. So Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj Ji tells that jede log nindya karde ha saasi, those who do nindya, they gain chinta. Prathame chodi parai ninda, uttar gai sab man ki chinda. Guru Sahib says iske prathame chodi. To first give up parai ninda. Parai ninda means somebody else's slander. If first you give up doing nindya of other people or nindya in general, and they say, Uttar gai sab man ki chinta. Man ki chinta pave man di chintava. All the anxieties inside our mind are taken away if first we stop doing nindya. It's crazy, right? What Guru Sahib is saying to us. They're saying, if you're anxious, maybe look at your actions. What could be triggering it? What bachans, what words are you speaking about other people? They say, this is the result of doing that. Ja chinta jai mite ahankar. When we give up our ahankar, our own pride, then we lose this anxiety inside of us as well. So Guru Sahib is saying to say, Kabuhu ninda chinda vyavhar. That many times people are stuck in this as well, of doing nindya, then again chinta. Ja, they do nindya, they ustati. They're always doing both and they're affected by both. But the one who is beyond them is said to be mukt. Ustat nindya nahe jehe, kanchan loho saman, koho nanak sunare mana mukta tahe te jan. The one who goes beyond the two is known to be liberated, Hanji.
Kabhu ub akas payal.
The kabhu ub the arth hai Sasing ji upwards, ucha. Te payal niva. So they're saying ke sankalpa rahi. Sankalpa means our thoughts. That sometimes we have very, very high thoughts. We have great thoughts. And we think that was a great thought. Then other times, nicha. We have really bad thoughts. Very horrible thoughts. And the Guru is saying, Kabhu ub akasa. They say that ub akas, which means akash. Akash tak, that means towards the skies. They get such great thoughts that we think so great. Then other times we think payal. Payal means patal, the nether regions, nether world. So deep. Such horrible thoughts. So the Guru is saying that within our mind we have these good thoughts, that we have these bad thoughts, Hanji.
Kabhu beta brahma bichar.
The beta brahma bichar. To do vichar on WhyGuru Ji. Sometimes in our life we do vichar on Prabhu Parmeshwar WhyGuru Ji. Jive Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ji tells us, Amrit Vela Sachana Vadiyai Vichar. Okay, when you wake up in the morning to do vichar, to contemplate upon the gun of WhyGuru Ji. Ja Vadiyai. Vadiyai means their greatness. To think about the greatness of WhyGuru Ji. Sometimes you do that. Sometimes you wake up in the morning and remember the Guru. Sometimes. The many times we don't, because our mind is caught up in the world and the rat race. But they say sometimes somebody gets to this stage where they're able to do this, Hanji.
Nanak aap milavan had.
Isi tarah Sahib Singh Ji Guru Sahib saying, Nanak aap milavan had. Aap, WhyGuru Ji aap, they themselves milavan had. They reunite us with them. To the aap with choriya aap milaya. You are the one who reunites us with yourself, WhyGuru Ji. You're the one that brings us home, Hanji.
Kabhu nirat kare bahu paat.
So Guru Arjan Dev Ji continues to say to us, Kabhu bahut paat pae bahut prakar the nirtkar karda hai. That jeev, that person does a lot of different things such as dancing. They may do as an art, they may do as a skill. Or they may be dancing to the play of this world. If you look at as a metaphor, that we're almost caught up in this trance, this dance of the world, and it's like we're just a part of it. We're part of the whole play and we're just dancing along to it and we don't realize it's all a play and that we're just controlled like a puppet and we just become lost in that for the in our entire lives. But who is pulling the strings? It is our ego, it's our mind. We was meant to be the master of this mind. We were meant to have an ego. Everybody has an ego. But the difference is that we were meant to control the ego. What's happened? We become the slave of the ego. Everybody has an identity. We're called Jeev Atma. Jeev Atma means that with the soul, with this subtle ego on top of it. But what's happened? We've become the slaves of the ego, the subtle ego. When we was meant to be the master of it, we become the slave of it, and now it controls us. Just think about yourself. When we are sitting there and we can't even control our own mind, we become a slave to our own mind. The Guru is telling us, Hanji.
Kabuhu soy rahe din raat.
Kabuhu satsang, this is like all of us. Soy rahe din raat. Kade satsang, that person is always asleep. Din raat sutta rehanda hai. Din raat. We're not just asleep at night, we're asleep in the day as well. All the time we're asleep. Jo din aave hai, so din jahi. Karna kuch rehe thir nahi. They say that day that is coming, jo din aave, so din jahi. That day that you see just goes. Every day is going. And they say one day you're going to have to go as well. Sang chalata hai, hum pi chalana. Sang means that all your company, sang chalata hai, they've all gone. The hum means me, pi chalana, I'm going to go as well. Then that same Shabad by Bhagat Ji, it's a Bhagat Adi Bani, they say ke, kya tu soya? Say, why are you sleeping for? Say, oh you fool, Ayana, kya tu soya, jag Ayana. So you fool, why don't you wake up? Guru Bani is saying to all of us, Te jeevana jag sach kara jana. You see this world as a truth, but it's not the truth. So Guru Sahib is saying ke kabuhu soy rahe din raat, ke kade saad sangha ji, jeeva, din raat, sutta rehanda hai, they always stay asleep. And one Sakhi to illustrate this is from the time of Guru Arjan Dev Ji. Very funny Sakhi as well, it's quite interesting Sakhi. There was a Sikh in Guru Arjan Dev Ji's time, and he came to City Khadur Sahib. So City Khadur Sahib is a city of Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj Ji. This Sikh loved kheer. The City Khadur Sahib which Sahib Singh, there's a Gurdwara Sahib Mata Khivi Ji da Asthan, and it's got a lot of kheer there. So utthe jaake you can have kheer. They always have kheer. It's very nice kheer as well. Rice pudding. You know the nice pudding in the langar hall which when you have your dal, you have your sabjiya, and then you have kheer. They're dehi. Everyone's kheer. So in Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj Ji's langar, ja Mata Khivi Ji's langar which, you had kheer. It was made with chaul, dudh, and kyo. That's what was put in the kheer. So tasty. There was just one Sikh there who would come and used to eat kheer every single day. But he never did any seva, and he never recited God's name. So every day he would go. When the call was made for langar, so like now everybody just goes into the langar hall and has langar. But if you look at a lot of our Pratana sthans, or in some Gurukas where there's not Guruka langar 24/7, in that respect, they'll do the call for all the Sangha to come have langar. So Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj's time, they do the call and everybody would come and eat langar, and this Sikh would come as well. He'll sit in Pangat and have his kheer. The Shakunta Bar Sahib Singh Ji go back to his room, go back to his kamara, utthe jaake, kabuhu sohe rahe din raat. He'll go back to sleep. When there's time for kheer, come and eat kheer, and then after kheer, go back to sleep. Every single day. Then one day, Baba Buddha Ji, who is a great Guru Sikh, who lived for 126 years, Baba Buddha Ji goes to that Sikh. They one of their pass jaake, Baba Ji themselves did benti to the Sikh. They say, if you're going to stay in the Guru's home, then you have to either do seva, or you have to go and sit in the Darbar Sahib. So either go into langar vich jaake, langar ho vich jaake seva karo, ja Darbar Sahib vich baith ke kirtan sarvan karo, listen to kirtan, ja simran karo. So you have to do either, you have to do seva or simran, or you do both. Both is ideal. Baba Buddha Ji said this to that Sikh. And what that Sikh said to him was that, are you Guru Arjan Dev Ji? And they said, no. And they go, I only listen to Guru Arjan Dev Ji's bachan. I don't listen to the Sikh's bachan. I only listen to the bachan of the Guru. When Guru Arjan Dev Ji tells you to do seva, then I'll do seva. Until Guru Arjan Dev Ji tells me I'm not going to do no seva. Theek hai? So, Sahib Singh Ji, 6 mahine lang gaye. 6 months have passed. And for 6 months, kabuhu soye rahe din raat. For 6 months, all he does is eat, kheer, and sleep. That's his life. She get a t-shirt made, right? Not eat. Was it those ones that train, eat, sleep, and train, right? Just kheer, sleep. That was his routine, right? Should have got him a t-shirt. So 6 mahine lang gaye saas, 6 months have passed. And today Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj is sitting in the Pangat. And the call has come for Guru Ka Langar for the kheer. And this Sikh comes out of his room. When he comes out of his room, he walks straight past Guru Arjan Dev Ji. He sees Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj Ji. Then he matha takes to Guru Arjan Dev Ji. So Guru Arjan Dev Ji, second Guru, he matha takes. He bows in Guru Arjan Dev Ji's feet in the langar hall. The Guru would eat in langar as well. Matha take ke, Fir Sasang Ji, Guru Arjan Dev Ji asks them, who are you? Where are you from? What seva do you do? And they say, Maharaji, I don't do no seva. And they go, why didn't you do seva? They go, because you haven't told me to do seva. And Guru Arjan Dev Ji said, okay, when I told you to do seva, you never did seva. They that Sikh, he got shocked. Haran ho gaya. He goes, Maharaj, I don't remember you telling me to do seva. When did you tell me to do seva? And they go, when I was speaking on the tongue of Baba Buddha Ji, and I told you to do seva, you didn't listen then. And the Sikh was so shocked at that time. He said that Shavad Prabhuji Bas hai, Sadki Rasana. Comes in Gurbani. If you ever ask the question, is that true? Gurbani says, Sri Sukhmani Sahib, Prabhuji Bas hai, Sadki Rasana. WhyGuru Ji resides in the tongue of the Sadhu Sant. Prabhuji Bas hai means reside. Sadki Rasana, the tongue of the saint. So Baba Buddha Ji said, ke, do seva, ja naam japo, he didn't listen. And Guru Arjan Dev Ji said, I spoke to you then. And they said, now your whole janam, your whole life has been vyarth. It's been a waste. These last 6 months you spent have been a waste. And they go, now you've only got 24 hours to live and you're going to die. Just 24 hours and you're going to die. What are you going to do now? And the Sikh starts to panic. I've got 24 hours to live. What do I do now? The Guru Arjan Dev Ji says that it's not all over. You can be saved. There's always a solution. When you come to the Guru, there's always a solution. And they go, Maharaji, what can I do? The Guru Arjan Dev Ji says, ke, go into the jungle, baan vich jaake, light a chikkad, light a big funeral pyre, get a lot of lakadiya, put them together, light a big fire, and sit in it and burn to death. And you'll get mukti, and you'll be liberated. Theek hai? They go and light a big fire, sit in it, and you'll get mukti, and you'll be saved. Because you have to die. You're going to die in 24 hours. Your swasa, your breaths are going to run out. So go and do that. There's a reason to the story. Don't worry, you'll get their point at the end. Probably worrying, why is he telling me this crazy story? What happened then was that he says, Sat Bachan. Okay, Maharaji, I'll go into the jungle, I'll light the fire, and I'll burn to death. But on his way to the jungle, he's got all these thoughts in his mind. Okay, the Sikhs have done this to me. The Sikhs have snitched me up, right? Like when the Sikhs goes to me, snitches get stitches, right? He's like, the Sikhs have snitched me up, right? Right? But in this case, he's getting the stitches, he's going to get burned alive, right? Should listen in the first place. So what happened was, he's on his way to this funeral pyre. He's got all the lakadi, all the wood, he's put it together. He's got no parosa in the Guru, I'm going to get mukti. He's thinking, look what the Sikhs done to me. They just want him to get me out of this place. He's lit the fire now. And obviously, nobody wants to sit in burning hot fire, right? So he's walking around the fire thinking, what can I do? He's walking around, and there's a chor who just comes. A chor means a thief. He just robbed a kingdom, and his name is Mehra. And he is running in the jungles away from the gods, and he sees this person walking around the fire. And this person looks like a Sikh, but he's walking around the fire, and he stops and he says to the Sikh, he goes, you look like a Sikh, but you walk around the fire like a Hindu. What are you? Who are you? What are you doing? And he says that I'm a Sikh of Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, and this is my story. He tells the whole story, right, about what happened to him. And when this chor, this thief hears it, who's known as by Mehra Ji, they say, okay, let me get this right. Guru Arjan Dev Ji said to you, if you sit on this fire and burn to death, you'll get mukti. You'll be liberated in your next, you won't come back again. You get liberated, you go to Sachkhand. And they go, yeah. And he goes, okay, I'll tell you what, I've just stolen from this kingdom, I've got all this dana daulat. He says, you take all this money, and it'll be enough money to look after your kids and your grandkids, and you give me this, what the Guru has said to you. Let me burn alive then. Do ardas to Khadur Sahib. So they say, face Khadur Sahib where Guru Arjan Dev Ji is. Say to Guru Arjan Dev Ji, give me this bachan that I will burn alive and you will take all the money. And that's exactly what he did. Right? So in his mind, the one who ate all the kheer, he didn't want to die. Right? And he had that lalach, that greed for the money. But the other person who was a chor, he'd heard that if he sits on this fire, he's going to get mukti. He had that parosa, that sharda in Guru Arjan Dev Ji's bachan. So what happened? They switched places. And what happened to the person who loved eating kheer? He took the money and he started to run. And when he started to run, the guards came and caught him. And the guards caught him, took him to be punished, gave him his saza, his punishment. And what was the punishment? He'll be hanged to death. And he died within those 24 hours that the Guru said. And the other person, Mehra, by Mehraji, he sat on the fire. And there's two stories. One story is that he died, but he got mukti. But the other version that I heard by Vadde Mahapur, Sandhika Guru Bachan Singh Ji, was that what happened was that actually he didn't burn in the fire. He didn't burn and he went to Guru Arjan Dev Ji then. And he became a Sikh of Guru Arjan Dev Ji. So what's the point of the story? Just links to this. I just found it funny because Kabuhu in the Chind Bihar, people become lost in sleep. And I just thought, I remember this Sikh used to sleep all the time and just waste their lives in this. And he was asleep even in that moment. He was asleep in his ignorance. That even then when the Guru gave him a chance to get out of this play, he wanted to stay in it. And now he carries on being stuck in it. Because he turned his back on the Guru at the end. Even then when the Guru gave him a bachan, he still turned his back on the Guru. But by Mehraji, who is known in our itihas, got mukti and stayed in the Guru Sharan, and he had a second chance at life as well. So what can that mean for us as a Sikh? It means for us that when we come to the Guru, then we can be born again. Just look at that, for example, right? We focus on probably the one who got hung and died. But look at Bhai Mehraji. He's the main person in the story. Okay, Bhai Mehraji had just stolen from a king. And he come to Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj and he was forgiven. And the Guru said to him that all those people that you've stolen from, whether it was their tan, daulat, their pashua, their animals, you have to give everything back to them. Then you can become a Sikh truly. But the point here is, Sangaji, that even if we make so many mistakes, the Guru can forgive us as well. If Guru said his kirpa, and we truly want to be forgiven by the Guru. Just look at that. He was stealing, he was on his way, just robbed somewhere, and he just met a Sikh randomly, and they switched places. Right? So it's never too late to be saved by the Guru. The Guru Sahib keh rahe hain ki kabhu nind chind byohar. There are many times people get stuck up in India. Jahe kabhu soye rahe din raat. Soye. They are asleep all the time, day and night. If the Guru wakes us up, they will truly realize the truth. Hanji.
Kabhu maha krodh bikral.
This is an interesting one. Maha krodh, bara gussa. So much anger. They say kabhu maha krodh bikral. They become so angry कि बड़ा गुस्सा होके साध संगत जी, they take upon a scary form. Pyanak rupa tar dehan. They take upon a very scary form. We've seen that many times when you see somebody get angry and their face goes red and their eyes go like just really wide open. Well, I remember when I was a kid, my mom, when she used to get angry, she just slammed the door. That was her thing, right? And it's like, okay, we know mom's angry because she just slammed the door, right? Yeah. So it wasn't really a facial expression. It was just she had to slam the door to let everyone know in the house that mom's angry, right? But I'm sure we all have our parents that have the different reactions. Or with my dad, it was he'd stand at the door, right? And he'd say, go, get out of the room. But to get out of the room, you have to walk past him. And when you walk past him, right? You get chapered, right? So we all have our different experiences, right? And parents probably saying and thinking, that's what I do. Or I got the jutti, right? No, that was her, right? Once there was boxing gloves. You know the rest, right? Yeah. I don't know why I had boxing gloves there for, but basically, yeah. But the point here is that mahakrodh bikaral, that people get so angry sometimes as well, right? Some people have anger issues. Some people just get angry here and there. Some people build it all up like a pressure cooker. You know, you have the sabjis at home in the pressure cooker and they go tsh afterwards, right? Like that, just explode. The Guru says there's so many people filled with krodh. But how do you get rid of your krodh? The Guru tells us that first we have krodh. Kam krodh nagar boho parya. He said this nagar, which means a city, Srir Rupi Nagar. This body is a city and is filled with Kam and Krodh. When it says Kam Krodh, it means all five. Kam Krodh Nagar Boho Parya. I'm filled with lust, I'm filled with anger, and filled with all these desires. So if we ever think here that why am I the only one that suffers with this stuff? You're not the only one. The Guru is saying everybody has this inside them. But what is the solution then? Mila sadhu khandala khanda hai. If you meet the saints, if you come into Sadh Sangat, then it will be destroyed, the Guru says. Then you'll think twice. Because then you'll think to yourself, actually, I've got to look at the way I behave now. That's when someone takes upon the form of the Khalsa, the Guru's Roop, they're not representing themselves anymore. They're not representing their own gang, whoever they used to associate themselves with. They're now representing Guru Gobind Singh Ji. Imagine that you're now representing Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. Right? So you got to think differently now. You got to think, actually, what I do right now is a reflection of my Guru. So I've got to think twice before I do anything. And Guru Sahib is here saying that many people get caught in anger. Even Amritadis get angry. It's not just Sage Tadis. I know Amritadis, I get very angry. We all walk in the same path to enlightenment, right? Some are closer, some are further away. But we're all fighting the same battle as well. Something I heard recently, which is very interesting. When you get closer, it can be much more difficult. Just like if you get closer to dogs, they're more likely to bark. Does that make sense, right? If the dogs are really far away from you, they ain't going to do nothing, most likely, right? But when you get closer, they start barking and barking. In the same way, when we're trying to get closer to the Guru, they're going to start barking. Your anger is going to start barking at you. Right? Your attachment's going to keep pulling you and pulling you. Your desires, they're going to keep on attacking because you're getting closer. But you have to get past that, right? But just realize that they're going to bark. It's inevitable. It's very rare to find them if they don't bark. And we've all got them inside us. But it's about controlling those, right? So we're all going to get barked at basically, right? So it's about normalizing it and realizing that we're all going to be tested. But by staying in Sadh Sangat, then Guru Kirpa karunge pass that test, Hanji.
Kabhu sarv ki ho tarwal. So
Guru Sahib is saying to us, Kabhu, all those people hold the wall, when they take upon Garibi, itni Garibi taran karke Sadh Sangat ji, or Garibi ho ke, becoming so humble, becoming so low, Kabhu, dwara paro ji.
Kabhu sarv ki ho tarwal.
Sarv ki ho tarwal. Rawal hai means tood. Sarya de charan tood ho janda. They become the charan tood. They become the dust of everybody's feet. That person becomes so low that they become the dust of everyone's feet. They want the dust of everybody's feet. They want their charan tood. They become so humble, have so much nimrata. What a beautiful gun to have. It's like the Guru has broken them down completely. Broken them down into little pieces that now they realize, actually, I'm nobody. I thought I was somebody. I thought I'd made it. I realized how far I am from actual destination. I thought I was here, but really, I'm like here. I'm so far away. But the Guru is breaking us down just like gold. If you look at a gold piece of ore, for example, in its general form that you see in the rocks, you got to break that down to get the pure gold. It's got to go through a very difficult process to become so pure. Just like the Guru says to us, Paya manura kanchan phir hove, je Guru mile teneha. They said that you may feel like manure, which is the waste product, when you make gold. They say you may feel like that, but they say Paya manur, if you feel like that, kanchan phir hove. Phir, again you could become kanchan. Kanchan means sona, gold. Je, if Guru mile teneha, if you meet the Guru. And we can all meet the Guru. Physically, we can come and meet the Guru here. Then spiritually, that's where we got to start putting in the hours. We can work the shifts. We can do the double shifts. It's crazy. I was thinking about the other day, to become a doctor, you got to study for so many years, right? Like, you're a doctor, VG, you start smiling, right? Yeah, so you got to study for like 7, 8 years. Doctor, architect, 7 years. We all done degrees. I've done degree as well. Or let's just say you start nursery at 5 years old. Or maybe younger, I don't know. It's been a long time since I've been in nursery, right? And you finish education after like 17 years. We invest 17 years into our education and half of it we never use again. Like that sine, tan, cos stuff, right? I saw on a board the other day, I was out of remembering this stuff, right? All that stuff, right? We invest so much into that, but how much do we invest into our bhakti? It's all of us. It's not. I'm not pointing out, it's me as well. I've not invested 17 years. I've not gone to bhakti school for 8 hours a day and a bhakti. I can't do 8 hours at home, right? But you see with the way the world is, that we'll say you're crazy for doing 8 hours, taking time out to develop your spirituality. We spend nearly all of our life educating ourselves, and that education is not going to go with us, right? But we've not put that much effort. You know, when we have like exams and we study, I was alright. I used to do my work on time, right? But all my mates, they always do lastminute.com, Red Bulls and coffees, right? I never did that, right? My Red Bull is Pani, right? Or like orange juice. That's the most sugar you're going to get in me, right? From orange juice, right? And then, you know, you go crazy. I'm sure a lot of you guys have done it where you're like studying for like, you do all-nighters and stuff. Imagine saying WhyGuru all night. When it's like, you know, after 1 or 2 hours, I'm tired, I'm going to bed. Right? Because then I can wake up early and say WhyGuru. And then we don't even wake up early to say WhyGuru, right? Our mind plays so many games on us, right? But when it comes to the other stuff, we'll do it, right? We have to, we say, right? Even though at the end of our lives, we leave this body, we realize actually we didn't have to. What we had to do, we didn't do. What we felt we had to do, we didn't need to do. If you guys get that. A lot of hads in that, right? So the Guru is really opening our mind up to actually, what are we doing? Again, kya tu soya? Why are you asleep, for the Guru saying? They're not saying don't study, don't get a good education. This stuff is very important, but where's the balance? Right? Where's the balance between the two? Where's the balance between our spirituality and our worldly life? We keep putting it off till later on, but we always get more bondages, we always get more shackles, more responsibilities, and we know it because we look at it in 1 year's time and we think, I'm still so busy. We're always busy. Whenever you speak to your rishtedar on the phone, you always say, we're just busy. We're just busy with work. That's our status. You know, like at MSN back in the day. You know, it's like we say available. Or we do the cheeky one and say we're offline. It should just be on busy the whole time, right? Because that's our lives. That's our status, right? Just busy. That's all we are. Busy with work, but we're busy with our work, but we don't have enough time to do our bhakti. So I'll carry on, otherwise I can keep talking. Anji, aage padho ji.
Kabhu hoye bah bad raja.
So Bad Raja, Kabhu Kade Sa Singh Ji, Vadda Badshah ho ke they become a great king and they sit on a takht. So takht de Barajman honda hai Jeev Hanji.
Kabhu bekhari neech ka saja.
So there could be a king. Sometimes you may become rich in your life, right? Or then Pekhari. Pekhari means a mangta, a beggar. Kabhu Pekhari neech ka saja. They take upon the clothes. Saja, song, they take upon the attire of a beggar. And that can happen to people in their life many times. You may have heard of people who are rich, then they are poor. Then they're rich, they're poor. They get a lot of money and they lose it, or they get more money. Or it could just be in different lives. You come as a king in one life, you come as a beggar in the next life. The Guru is saying that we go through these cycles again and again, Hanji.
Kabhu apkirat mah aave.
So apakirat here means badnami. Apni badnami kar rahe ha. That they themselves do their own badnami. They ruin their own reputation. Right? A lot of the times, our reputation is ruined by our own actions. How we reacted to a situation. The Guru is saying that many times we ruin our own honor. We take away from ourselves, the Guru is saying to us, because we don't think before we speak. Or we don't just think before we do our action. So the Guru is saying to us here, Kabuhu, many times, we ruin our own honor, Hanji.
Kabhu pala pala kahave.
This Suresh Jana di sangat karke, by doing sangat of good people, what do? We call ourselves good. Apne aap nu changa changa kahonda hai jeev. He says that I am good. Or she says that I am good. Because I've hung around with good people, so now I'm a good person as well. But the Guru says, Aapas ko jo pala kahave, tise hai palai nikat na aave. The one who calls himself good, Aapas ko jo pala kahave, to say, kahonda. The one who says that I am good, tise hai palai nikat na aave. They say that good never comes near that person. There's a lot of ways of looking at that. But it's one way, when we have this ego that actually I'm good, or we're in this kind of like, can't think of the word right now. Like we have this palekha. We have this veil over us that we think that actually, you know what, I'm doing good. I'm doing a lot of good. But in reality, maybe we're not. But we have this over us. That's why satsang is so important, because it keeps you in check all the time. They'll tell you, actually, you know what, you got to work on this, you got to work on that. So it's a good place to get feedback, right, from satsang. They always keep us in line and just actually, you know what, you're not doing that good. You need to work on this, you need to work on that. It's for our own pala. They're not doing it to put us down. They're doing it because they want us to succeed. They want us to go. Many times in life, people say stuff to us just to put us down out of jealousy. But if you come into satsang, then satsang is not a person. It is a company. It is that who's become one with the Guru, who takes upon the Guru's name. Now those beings, or that being who's become one with the Guru, that person only wants our pala. even if they have to shout at us, it's for our own good. Just like Guru Bani says, Jai Guru Chirke, ta meetha lage. The Guru shouts at me, I see a sweetness in that because it's for my own pala, Hanji.
ਜਿਉ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਰਾਖੈ ਤਿਵ ਹੀ ਰਹੈ
Jo Prabhu rakhe. As WhyGuru Ji takes care of us, jive Prabhu Parameshwar WhyGuru Ji rakhta hai, tiv hi rahe. Ose tarah Sahib Sangat Ji, in that way WhyGuru Ji takes care of their Sikhs. They stay in that way as WhyGuru Ji protects us. Guru Sahib Ji is always protecting us, no matter who we are. Whoever's sitting here right now, the Guru is protecting all of us. The Guru has prayed for all of us. Otherwise, we would be sitting in the Guru's court right now, Hanji.
ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਨਾਨਕ ਸਚ ਕਹੈ
And how do you know that is the case? Because the Guru says it right now. They say, Guru Prasad Nanak Sach Kahe. Guru Arjan Dev Ji says to us, Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj Ji di kirpa karke, these words that I speak right now, Asi Sache Bachan Bolde Han. They say, I'm speaking the truth because of Guru Ramdas Ji's kirpa. Guru Arjan Dev Ji saying that these words, Jo Prabhu Rakhe, Tiv hi rahe, Guru Prasad Nanak Sach Kahe. This is the truth the Guru is saying, that the Guru, WhyGuru Ji is protecting everyone. They are protecting you. You just got to have faith, the Guru is saying. That whatever's happening to you, the Guru is looking after you. The Guru will get you through it. One thing a Guru Sikh always says to me is, Ke Maharaj Ji de vich bharosa rakho. Always keep bharosa in WhyGuru. Always keep faith in WhyGuru. And just say it to the Guru. Ke Maharaj Ji, don't break this faith that I have. Keep my bharosa in you. Let it become an experience. Let all these trivial times of my life become experience. So I realize actually, you did protect me in all those times. Gurbani is not just experiencing good stuff. Just take this loosely, but understand what I'm trying to say. Gurbani is talking to us about our own dukh as well. Sometimes you think Gurbani is just saying to us, oh, you're going to be happy, you've been anand. A lot of times the Guru is telling us actually what is your state. And our state is dukh. So the Guru is telling us our own state. When the Guru is saying to us, when they're saying Gurbani, they're saying that you're stuck in a deep, dark well. Does that sound like a good experience? No. So when we talk about experience, it could be a good or bad experience, but the Guru is relating to us. So your experience with the Guru could be that actually, you know what, the Guru, I understand what the Guru is saying, or even better, the Guru understands me. Because a lot of times in life, we feel like we're not understood by the people around us. Nobody gets me, we may say. Nobody knows what I'm going through, right? People try to understand me, but they don't really know the full picture. They try and say the right words, but they don't really know what I'm going through. But the Guru knows. If you read Gurbani, then whatever you're feeling, you'll find a shabad that relates to that. You may feel like you're stuck in a dark well, and there's no way out. Because if you've ever been stuck in a well, I've not been stuck in a well, but you can figure out that there's no way to climb out of it. And we may feel like in our lives, actually, there's no way out of this at all. It's impossible. But they say that Andakub meh patite bikaral nanak card leho dayal, that WhyGuru Ji, you can take me out of that. That's the experience, that Gurbani's experience. Okay, even if it's a experience of pain, the Guru is showing us the experience that actually, you know what? You can have that experience, you can have that pain, but the Guru has come to take that pain away from us. That is the meaning of Nanak. What does Nanak mean? Guru Nanak Dev Ji, the meaning of Nanak in Sri Nanak Prakash is Jis Purakhnu Dukh Nahi Hai. That is the meaning of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, that person who has no pain. Meaning if you associate with Guru Nanak Dev Ji, they'll take away your pains as well, Hanji.
Kabhu hoy pandit kare bakhyan.
And they say, Kade Sasangat Ji, that person becomes a Vidwan. Vidwan hoke Sasangat Ji, Vichara da Katha karda hai. They do vichar. They speak about many, many different types of spiritual talks, spiritual galla, or just any types of spirituality or just knowledge or gyan. They speak about these kind of things. They have a lot of knowledge. There's many people in this world who are very clever. They have a lot of worldly knowledge, Hanji.
Kabhu mon tari lave dhyan.
Ja Sasangat Ji moni, ja mon taran karke. They take upon this idea of being mute. They don't speak. Kabhu mon
tari lave dhyan.
Lave dhyan. So they become quiet. They are in Nij Swarup. They're on their true form, on their inner side, in their inner form, Lave Dhyan. They put their Dhyan Londe Sasangat Ji on that form inside them. They stop speaking. It doesn't mean that you have to go completely quiet. There's different types of mourn. There's char parkar de mourn. 4 types of mute they can keep, right? I can't remember them all, but I remember two. One is the good type of mourn to keep is just somebody's a murak, is a fool. Then they should stay quiet, because when they speak foolish words, right? So that's one type of mourn. But the greatest type of mourn is that mourn when somebody has experienced WhyGuru Ji, they don't need to speak. So an example of this is a bumblebee. If you see a bumblebee, it always buzzes, right? And I don't know about you guys, but I don't like bumblebees. I'm alright now because gotta be a bit religious in it. So especially sing group in it, you can't be screaming when a bumblebee comes, right? Especially when you're doing Katha as well, a few times. Once it's a bumblebee, I'm sure it's a bumblebee. And I was like, okay, play it cool, right? You're singing on stage, right? Got 1040 on you, you can't be screaming with a bumblebee, right? But when a bumblebee is flying around, it's always buzzing, right? But when that bumblebee goes towards a flower and it sits in the flower, does it buzz? No, it goes quiet. Because it's got the ras. In the same way, we travel in this world around and around. Parame pule dehe disatave. In Sri Sukhmani Sahib. That we're always running around all over the place. Dehe disatave. Patkade, firde ha. We're always wandering around, lost, making so much noise, always thinking and thinking. Like how that wasp is always buzzing, our mind is always buzzing. But the one who's experienced that Atma ras, that ras inside them, they go quiet and they don't speak. So because they're enjoying the anand, right? They're enjoying the anand inside them, just like the bumblebee, just like the jagyasu, the spiritual seeker. Just like when the wasp finds that sweetness, it stays quiet and enjoys it. It stops buzzing. When the Sikh, when the jagyasu, the spiritual seeker finds that truth, they go quiet and they enjoy the anand. Gunge ki mithiyai. Just like when you have something tasty and you stay quiet and in anand of that food. And for that moment, you just take it all in. Like when it's a beautiful day and you look outside and you look at the sky, if you look how beautiful the day is and you go quiet for that split second and you take in the anand, saying the same thing here, that sometimes you may find those people who take upon that mourn. They go quiet, lave dhyan, and they focus on that true form inside them. And we can all experience that if Guru said his kirpa, Hanji.
Kabhu tat tirath isnan.
They saw Singh Ji kade, sometimes they go to the river banks. Ja tat tirath, tirath te kinare te jaake Sah Singh Ji ishnan karde ha. Uthe jaake ishnan karda hai us jeev. They go and they do ishnan. So they go to all these different places. In India, there's 8 Satha tirathas. 86, 8 is 8, Satha is 60. 68 tiraths. They go and bathe in these places to become pure. People go to many, many places to become pure. Everybody wants to become pure. But the Guru says us, Tiratha na vana jao, Tiratha naam hai. If you want to become pure, the Tiratha is sitting right here in your heart. Go inside and experience that. Tiratha na vana jao, Tiratha naam hai ja, Tiratha nava, jet sapava. Antaragata, Tiratha malanao. Antaragata means inside you. In Japji Sahib, you can bathe in that Tiratha, you can become pure as well, Hanji.
Kabhu siddh sadhak mukh gyan.
Te kade Sah Singh Ji, Jeev Siddha di Sangat karda hai. They do Sangat of the Siddhs, those ones who have miraculous powers. Ja Sadhaka, they start to do sadhana, they take more techniques themselves. They mukh gyan, and they speak. Rasana Rai, they speak about these great galla, these gyan diya galla. They speak of these great things that they've experienced or knowledge that they have. We have many people like this who may go, get the teachings and then apply it in their lives and speak to others about it as well, Hanji.
Kabhu keet hast patang hoy jiya.
There are many, many people, Keeta, Kida, Hasta, Hathi, Patanga. Patange here means like moths. Kabhu hast patang.
Kabhu keet hast patang hoy jiya.
Jiya pave Sah Singh, going in within these different cycles. 84 lakh June which Sah Singh Jiva goes within this cycle again and again, Hanji.
Anak jon parme parmiya.
Aneka Juna which Sah Singh Jiva param which patkada firda hai. They wander around and around in these different lives. Again and again. Whether they are a hathi, a kida, elephant, ant, moth, whatever it is, Anaka Jon Padame Padaji Miya. Again and again they wander around and around, Hanji.
Nana roop jyon swagi dikhave.
So kai prakar de roop dharan karke take on many forms. Jo swagi dikhave, just like how an actor takes upon many different forms. They wear different clothes. They say in the same way we come in many, many bodies. Again and again. bahut janam te bichre madho, ye janam tumhare lekhe. I've been separate for many janams, but this janam, ਇਹ ਜਨਮ ਤੁਮਾਰੇ ਲੇਖਿਆ. I give to you ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਹਾਂਜੀ.
ਜਿਉ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਭਾਵੈ ਤਿਵੈ ਨਚਾਵੈ.
ਸੋ ਜੋ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਭਾਵੇ, ਜਿਵੇਂ ਪ੍ਰਭੂ ਪਰਮੇਸ਼ਰ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਨੂੰ ਭਾਉਂਦਾ ਹੈ, whoever pleases ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਤਿਵੇਂ ਨਚਾਵੇ. That is how we dance in this play of Maya. We live our lives. We become a part of this game and we completely get lost in what the truth is, what falseness is. ਹਾਂਜੀ.
ਜੋ ਤਿਸ ਭਾਵੈ ਸੋਈ ਹੋਏ.
ਜੋ ਤਿਸ ਭਾਵੈ, whoever pleases ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਸੋਈ ਹੋਏ. ਉਹੀ ਕੁਝ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ. ਸਾਸ that is gonna happen. ਹਾਂਜੀ.
ਨਾਨਕ ਦੂਜਾ ਅਵਰ ਨ ਕੋਈ.
There is nobody else. ਗੁਰੂ ਅਰਜਨ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਕਥਨ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਨ ਕਿ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਤੋਂ ਬਿਨਾ ਹੋਰ ਕੋਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ. There is nobody else. There is only ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ doing everything. ਹਾਂਜੀ.
ਕਬਹੂ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਇਹੋ ਪਾਵੈ.
So ਅਖੀਰਲੀ ਪੌੜੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਸ in this last ਪੌੜੀ of Sri Sukhmani Sahib, the 11th ਅਸ਼ਟਪਦੀ, ਕਬਹੂ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਇਹੋ ਪਾਵੇ. ਕਦੇ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਅਪਾਰ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੀਵ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਨੂੰ ਪਾਉਣਾ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ. They gain ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ if Guru ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ. So look at our ਵੱਡੇ ਭਾਗ. We're so lucky that we're sitting in ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ. Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj Ji's Prakash. WhyGuru Ji is sitting here themselves. We're so blessed to be in the core of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj Ji, and they're saying Kabuhu Sadh Sangat Eho Pave. Sometimes we get this opportunity. Look at that in the scale of all of our janams. If you've been around for billions of years, sometimes you get this opportunity. So don't waste it, the Guru is saying to us. And if we gain Sadh Sangat, Jai Guru Sahib Ji bless us with Sadh Sangat, the faith Guru Sahib Ji tells us, Hanji,
ਉਸ ਅਸਥਾਨ ਤੇ ਬਹੁਰ ਨ ਆਵੈ.
Us Asthan. Which Asthan? Sadh Sangat. That place. Us Asthan, that person who goes into Sadh Sangat. Sadh Sangat vich ja ke, what does that person gain? They gain te bahur na aave. Guru Sahib Ji says ke Sadh Sangat vich ja ke, us Asthan vich baith ke, meaning here in Guru Sahib Ji's darbar te bahur na aave. Jeev mud ke juna vich nahi aunda hai. They never come back again in this 84 lakh June, in the 8.4 million life cycle. If you come here, the Guru is saying, to Sadh Sangat, the court of the Guru, whether that's now, whether that's in the morning, whether that's in the afternoon, come and see your Guru every single day. Every single day. We have no excuse. We live in Southall, or we live in Hounslow, or Hayes, or Slough. We live in London. There's so many Gurdwaras in London. We have no excuse to not go to the Gurdwara every day. If you can do everything else every single day, then we can at least make the effort to come and say Guru every single day. And if you do that, and say, Osa sthante bahur na aave, you'll never come back again in this life. You'll never come back in pain again, the Guru is saying. If you come into Sadh Sangat, the Guru will take away all of our pains. How will they do that? Guru Sahib tells us in the next pankti, Hanji.
ਅੰਤਰ ਹੋਏ ਗਿਆਨ ਪ੍ਰਗਾਸ.
Sadh Sangat vich aake, antar hoye gyan pragas. Antar. They say that we've inside us, ਸਾਡੇ ਹਿਰਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਬ੍ਰਹਮ ਗਿਆਨ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਸ਼ ਪੈਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ. ਸਾਸੀ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਸ਼ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਸਾਡੇ ਅੰਦਰ. ਗਿਆਨ ਬ੍ਰਹਮ ਗਿਆਨ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਸ਼ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ. We gain this Brahm Gyan, this true knowledge of Brahm of Vaiguru Ji by coming into Sadh Sangat. By coming here, we gain that light of true knowledge by coming to see the Guru. It doesn't take days. It could take days if you're very lucky. Otherwise, it takes weeks and years and months. But a transformation occurs within that time. When you look back, you actually realize, you know what? A lot of blessings happened upon me. So try yourself. Try coming every single day to the Gurdwara Sahib and see how your life changes, Hanji.
ਉਸ ਅਸਥਾਨ ਕਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਿਨਾਸ.
And they say, ਉਸ ਅਸਥਾਨ ਭਾਵੇਂ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਕਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਿਨਾਸ. ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ, this ਅਸਥਾਨ is ਨਾਸ਼ ਤੋਂ ਰਹਿਤ. It cannot be destroyed. This place, meaning your time that you spend here cannot be taken away from you. It cannot be destroyed. Meaning in this world and in the next world, it will be counted for and it counts towards a lot. Baba Nand Singh Ji, Mahapurush, I can't remember the exact bachcha, but they say by spending just a small amount of time in Sadh Sangat, the fruits are so much compared to just being at home and trying to meditate on your own. Where you spend hours at home trying to meditate, just by coming into Sadh Sangat, this a few minutes is worth way more than that. That is the power of coming into Sadh Sangat. That is, we can't even fathom how much kirpa has been done upon us by sitting in the Guru's court, Hanji.
ਮਨ ਤਨ ਨਾਮ ਬਰਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਰੰਗ.
Se man karke, sareer karke, bani karke, the Guru saying that person who has love for WhyGuru's name. WhyGuru ji de naam de naal, ja WhyGuru ji de prem de naal, ratte renda hai saad singh. That one who stays imbued in God's name, in God's pyar. The Guru says that, Hanji,
Sada pasah par brahm ka sang.
if you stay in love with the Guru, with the Guru's name, it says Sada bas hai, that God will always reside with you. Sada bas hai par brahm ka sang. The Guru will always stay with you, meaning always keep the Guru's name on your tongue. Just say WhyGuru. Try when you're walking, left foot Vahe, right foot Guru. Always say WhyGuru. If you can't read Guru Bani, say WhyGuru. If you can read Guru Bani, then always have Guru Bani in your heart, in your mind, and on your tongue, Hanji.
Jion jal meh jal aaye khatana.
So, jo jal mein jal aaye khatana. They give us example. They stand in the hanke jo jal mein hai. Jal mein means jal vich. If you look at samundar de pani, the pani of the ocean, and you have the pani of the nadi. Just like how the water of the ocean, the water of the river, join back together, Hanji.
Tyon jyoti sang jyot samana.
Deve Sa Singh Ji, Jyoti Sang. The Jyot, the light of WhyGuru Ji, that true light, the Jyoti Sang Jyot Samana, and the light inside us, they join back together. Suraj Kirn Male, Jalhu Ka, Jalhu Aram. So in the same way, just like how the Suraj and the Kiran, the sun and the sun rays become one with each other, in the same way the Jal, the water and the water mixes together, the Sikh and the Guru become one as well. Har Har Jan, Doi ek hai, Bibucha Kachna hai, Hanji.
Mit gaye govern by Bisram.
I remember this is all from doing Sadh Sangata. The Akhilia Pankti which the Guru says, Mit gaye governor, Pai Bisram. Govern, Avagon, to come and go, Mit gaye. Guru says that coming and going is taken away. Mitigate governor by Bisram, and that person finds true peace. We're all looking for peace. That's why we come to the Gurdwara Sahib, Sukh Shanti Vaste. We come to the Granthi Singh and we say Ardas Karo for Sukh Shanti. But the Guru is saying by coming here, mitigate govern by Bisram. Ise tara, by coming into the Guru's court, all the pains are taken away. We gain Shanti, Hanji.
Nanak Prabh ka sad Gurban.
And Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj Ji says ke Prabh ke sad Gurban. Ke os Prabhu Parameshwar WhyGuru Ji nu, that one WhyGuru Ji, who is our true giver, our true protector, say sad Gurban. Ke hamesha hi, all the time, in every single moment, I am a sacrifice to them. Gurban jaiye. Os WhyGuru Ji nu, I am a sacrifice to them all the time. That one, by coming into the court of Sadh Sangata, by sitting in Sadh Sangata, then we can be saved as well. Sat Sangata Male, So Tariya, Guru Prasad Parampad Paya, Suke Kast Hariya, Rahao. So in your Benti Parvan Karniya Sadh Singh Ji, please forgive the mistakes made in this vichar. Guru Maharaj has taught us here about how temporary everything is. Everything is temporary. The only thing that is not temporary is Sadh Sangat Kabhu Sadh Sangat ho pave, us sthan te bohar na ave. And they say within Sadh Sangat, us sthan ka nahi binas. That one place cannot be destroyed. That is not temporary. Sadh Sangat's effect stays forever. Naam rahyo sadhu rahyo Guru Gobind. So again, please give all the mistakes that I made in the Katha Vichar. Deho sajjan asi siriya, jo hove sahib syo mel.
Mit gaye govern pai Bisram. Nanak Prabh ka sad Gurban.
He Gobind, he Gopal, he Dayal Lal, Prananath Anath Sake, Deen Dard Nivar, he Samrath Agam Puran, Mohe Maya Tar, Andhakup Mahapayan, Nanak Pare Utar, Aaye Prabh Sarnagati, Kirpa Nid Dayal, Ek Akhar Har Man Bast, Nanak Hot Nihal, WhyGuru Naam Jahaj Hai, Chare Sotre Par, Jo Sarda Kar Sev De, Gur Pare Utar Nahar, Jo Sarda Kar Sev De, Gur Pare Utar Nahar. WhyGuru Ji Ka Khalsa, WhyGuru Ji Ki Fateh.
If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Please donate and help spread Guruji's message. Link is in the description below. WhyGuru Ji Ka Khalsa, WhyGuru Ji Ki Fateh.
WhyGuru